All right, guys, so I'll make a preview video for the Carolina Panther game tomorrow in Carolina. I know we haven't been doing Fly Like an Eagle. You know, I've been really busy with stuff. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to have no excuses. You know, going into the season, I knew what the Eagles were doing. I knew what they were doing. People could say, oh, you can't take the tank in the NFL. It's bullshit. You can totally tank in the NFL. That's what they're doing. They have 3 first-rounders next year. You know, that's what they're doing. They're not playing for this year. They're playing for next year. Do I think it's smart? I think it's brilliant. But at the same time, it's like you're, in essence, losing on purpose to acquire these draft picks or acquire the best position possible to play next year. But at the same token, people are traveling out to your games like I did for Dallas. People are going to your games. They're spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to go to these games and watch you guys just tank. You know, they know deep down that Jalen Hurts, you know, good guy, but he's not a good quarterback. They know deep down. They tried to get Deshaun Watson to get a jump up on the competition for next year. They tried. They tried to jump up to number 2 to get Zach Wilson or someone else. They tried all this stuff. They know Jalen Hurts is not the answer. Why do you think they scratch Gardner Minshew every single week? They could have 3 quarterbacks. They scratch him because they don't, it's not like they don't want to win these games, but if both quarterbacks happen to get hurt or one sucks so much and they put Flacco in, Flacco sucks, and then Jalen Hurts gets injured, I don't know. They have no third quarterback to go to. You know, that does sound like I'm reaching a little bit. I've been an Eagles fan all my life, most of my life, since I was like 8 years old. This team is just, I can't get up for this team. Like, I can't do it. Because at the end of the day, you have no Brandon Graham. You know, our quarterback situation's a mess. The only player that's beasting on the offensive side of the ball is Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert. Those are the 2 players that are beasting. The running game sucks. They're not running Miles Sanders at all. They're not running the ball at all. The coach is lackluster. That's another thing going into next year where you got to evaluate your head coach. Is he a one-and-done coach? Like, there's so many question marks with this team that I would love to talk about on the show. But it's like, I have no energy. You know how I'm like always up in, well, not up in flames, but like I'm always up for these teams no matter if I think they're going to suck or not. This year's just different for me. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you what it is. Maybe it's because I just turned 29 and I'm growing up. I have no idea what it is. I had a great time with my friends last night in Atlantic City. I just don't know what the issue is with the way I feel about what's going on with this franchise and in sports in general. The Flyers are going to start next week. The Sixers are going to start 2 weeks from now. I'm supposed to do Sixers content every single night. It's like, when it comes to sports and like Philly teams in general, it's like none of these teams are good. So it's hard to get up for them. You know, the Sixers are going to start, but they're starting point guard, or he's going to be coming off the benches, Tyrese Maxey. Like, who do you have behind him? Like, who? You have Joel Embiid, who's awesome. He's great, but number one, we all know his health history, not the best. The guy doesn't take care of himself, and it's just a big problem when you see a team like the Flyers not having a superstar. You know, you see the Sixers, they're missing a couple pieces. They have Doc Rivers, who's a fucking choke artist, piece of shit of a coach. And then you have the Philadelphia Eagles, who are clearly in tank mode. Like, clearly in tank mode. So it's very tough getting up for these teams. But with that said, I will be back with a post-game tomorrow with Zach and Zomp. I promise you guys it will be. Because we do have a lot to talk about, no matter what I feel about the situation with this football team or other teams in Philly in general. I've had a busy couple weeks. We'll be back. I'm just being honest with you. This has nothing to do with my ego. This has nothing to do with, like, how I perceive the world right now. This has everything to do with how everything's operating with these franchises. It's just, it's tough to talk about something you know is not going to change for the good in the near future, you know? So, but with that said, I'm going to be back tomorrow. I guess let's win tomorrow. Let's do it. If we can't beat Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers, who really aren't that good in my opinion, you ain't going to beat many teams. It's just how it is. But with that said, I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.